All right, all right. I think we're set. I think my audio works. Um, at least I hope it does. Y'all let me know if it doesn't. And yeah, welcome to our Pisces New Moon ritual. I wanted to have a different setup, and this is why I'm a little bit late. Took me a minute. Wasn't able to set up the better camera. So we're here today, and hopefully it looks good enough. Um, but yeah, if this is your first time here, I never intro myself, so I don't know how many of you guys just find this video without being on my channel, but I'm Crystal Ray. I'm a Reiki master. I'm also a health coach and certified as a fitness coach. And yeah, I like to do moon rituals with you every month to help you with manifesting, but Reiki literally changed my life. And so I like to show up utilizing Reiki energy and hoping that it helps you as much as it helped me. I will say that to experience the most impact with Reiki, getting attuned is definitely like the thing that's very life-changing with Reiki. However, just receiving sessions in itself can change your life too. So if you can't hear me, please let me know in the chat. I'm like kind of curious to unmute my video to see. But I feel like if you can't hear me, eventually somebody will say something and, I'll get the memo. So first things first, we're just going to talk briefly about the energy of this new moon. We're going to do a cleansing ritual, cleanse our energy, cleanse the energy of the room. And then we're going to focus on journal questions. And then after that, I will send you Reiki and hopefully you will sit there and receive it and enjoy it. There are a few things that I want to call out with this before I get started. So, hey, Christopher. Um, I do. Okay, so I was talking with a friend of mine who was re-going over my human design chart, and if anybody's ever interested, I'm happy to put you in touch with her. She's amazing. And she was looking at it from the standpoint of like, how are you, like, what type of language are you here to use in order to help like serve your community and like attract your audience in a certain way? And she was just telling me mine, and she's like, dude, you're about creating community, which I do resonate with that. And I do think she's correct in that, in the sense of like, I do like creating a community and bringing people together. Um, I know what it feels like to feel like you're not part of a group. A lot of times I never felt like I fully fit in. I often feel alone, right? Like, so being able to create a group of like-minded people. I'm also one of those people who hasn't had like a group of friends. Like, I have friends that are in random places, and like, I, if I can, like to get them all together, but it's not like, oh, I'm part of a group of friends. Do you get what I'm saying? So on Discord, I started this a long, long time ago. I created a group there. Okay. However, the way in which I was running the Discord group before, I was the one who was really showing up, and like I felt like I was the one who was doing all of the posts, and like I was sharing my wisdom, and I wanted to do live Reiki sessions and Q&As and stuff like that, and like I wasn't necessarily able to keep up with the amount of content I wanted to put on there. So re-jazzed up the group a little bit. Basically, to make this long story short, this Discord group, I want it to be a place for us to come together in community where you all can meet each other, right? Like a lot of times I know people individually and I know the strengths of so many different people. And in my mind, I'm matchmaking. This person could totally help you with this topic. This one can help you with that. You could support each other that way. And I love like watching people network in a sense and like help each other and like come together in this community and all of us just get together. That's also the kind of manager that I was in my old role. So it's like creating just a cohesive place. Like there's no cliques. We just all exist and like vibe together. So revamped the Discord group, and I'll put the link in the description of this video. I'll edit it after I get off live with you guys. But I have two places because Discord to me is like overwhelming as can be. There's like so many different channels that you can make within your Discord group. One's a discussion, one's an accountability. The discussion place is where we all can chat together. I can chat with you can chat with me, etc. We can chat with each other. And then the accountability piece is like if you're looking for an accountability partner, if there's anything that you want us to help hold you accountable for, like let's use that space for accountability. So those are the only two channels that like we're really going to be talking in. And then there's one I'm going to put moon updates and one that I'm going to put YouTube video updates so you can just see that information easily. But like there won't be a chat going on. It'll just be like me posting. So if you want to be part of this Discord group, it's free. I created it, but I genuinely just want to make a space that we can all like talk to each other because I feel like on YouTube, there's so many different people that have been commenting for years and years and years, and like you're awesome. And I would love for you to get to know the other people who've been commenting and have that place that you can talk that way and use a platform where like we're not getting bombarded by other aspects, right? Like not necessarily on Facebook. Not everybody has Facebook. Not everyone likes Facebook, right? So this is why we're on Discord. So that is my long-winded answer. The Discord group is there. Please bear with me as I continue to find my footing in it and figure out how to make it a space that feels good for both you and me. So it will continue to evolve, but I wanted to get a heads up because there's a few of you who are already in the group, and I wanted to give an explanation as to like what's happening in there and give an invite for anybody else who wants it. So I've just wasted a whole bunch of time, but love to have you in that group. Let's jump to what's happening with the energy of this Pisces new moon and like talk about what's here. So the cool thing about this is that the moon has officially become new, peak new right now, around 7:47 p.m. Eastern time. So we're here, the moon's here, we're in the thick of the energy. But today's new moon in Pisces brings a powerful, surreal energy, a portal into altered states of consciousness, synchronicities, and visions. It is a time when dreams, imagination, and fantasies feel closer to reality, but there's still a sense of confusion and uncertainty around what's real and what's forming. You might feel guided by signs and messages, hinting at a new path ahead, even if the direction feels unclear. The one shout out I do want to say is like, this isn't the time to jump all in. We're like getting the insights, we're planting the seeds, but like, don't put all the cookies in the basket. That's not the right phrasing. Eggs in the basket, whatever the phrasing is. You know what I mean? This energy carries a sense of fate, pushing you toward a new chapter, even if it feels foggy or filled with fear. Trust your intuition, even when logic feels offline, and follow where you're being led. Momentum is building, and while you may want to take action, this is a time for planting seeds and being patient with outcomes you cannot see. Or cannot yet see, sorry. Emotionally, you may feel sensitive or overwhelmed, but this is an opportunity to let your inner light shine and show up as your authentic self. Celebrate your gifts, let go of what no longer serves you, and open yourself to new energy. What manifests now may evolve into something unexpected. So take your time, trust your wisdom, and stay connected to your heart's true desires. And you can also ask yourself, what are you being called to? Just take a moment, right? Take a moment, step back, and just ask yourself that question. So all in all, this energy, one, it's pre-eclipse energy. So it's like the precursor as we go into eclipse energy season. And that's why there's like this fogginess with it in a sense. But a new chapter is here. It is unfolding. So allow yourself to just be patient as you go through it. That's all I'm going to share when it comes to this energy. There's also a lot happening, just so you know, energetically. Mars just went direct on Sunday. Venus, something's happening with Venus. I want to say it's going retrograde. Don't hold me to that. On Saturday. So there's things percolating, okay? And we have the new moon. So just know that. Be patient, be kind to yourself, understand emotions are high. And yeah. Okay. Let's move on to cleansing our energy. We're going to start with clearing the energy of ourselves, then the energy of our room. You're welcome to grab sage, Palo Santo, sweetgrass, incense, my energy clearing spray if you happen to buy it, or any other energy clearing spray, like whatever feels good. And if you can't spray anything, you can just imagine white light coming down around you into the palms of your hands, etc. And I think for tonight, let's use some sage. It's like really kick out this old energy. You know what I mean? And for those of you who are not familiar with the difference between sage and Palo Santo, one, Palo Santo is wood. It's from a holy tree. In a sense, it's holy wood. It cleanses all the negative energy, whereas sage cleanses all the energy, both good and bad. It is a new start, in a sense. Sorry, I just want to get it a little bit more smoky. And so also when you cleanse your energy, just please be sure to get the palms of your hands as well as the bottoms of your feet, as those are the energy centers. I also like to get in front and behind my stomach. It'll do. As we cleanse, I'm just going to read something to you that I wrote to help cleanse us deeper. I release all that no longer serves me, clearing my aura of all energy that is not mine and not supporting me. I release all that is holding me back and keeping me stuck. I invite in new blessings and possibilities and ask uplifting energy to flow into my aura, surrounding me in a beautiful bubble. I am open to all that is meant for me. I ask my spirit team, my higher self, and any other loving entities to join me for this ritual. I am love. I am light. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're now going to move into clearing the energy of our space. I'm going to stay seated just so I can stay on camera, but you're welcome to get up and walk around. I clear the space of all unwanted and negative energy. May all negativity be released and only love and light remain. I ask the space to be filled with high vibe energy. I am supported and safe in this space. I am fully loved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Hopefully that will go out soon. Okay. Hello, Jason. Hello in Spain. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are all here. We are now going to move into our journal questions. So you are welcome to grab a piece of paper, or if you want to like type on your computer, whatever you like. I love writing, but with these, I typically actually do them on the computer. I'm just playing up some music. Okay, so these questions I feel like are super fun. I like them. They're kind of like multi-level questions. So please don't shoot the messenger. Okay, I thought they'd be fun. All right, our first question is going to be, I'm going to throw it in the chat before I start talking about it. Okay. What dreams, visions, or intuitive nudges have been showing up for me lately? How can I start grounding them into reality, even if the path ahead feels unclear? And so with this, I just want to harp on small steps, small things. You'll be surprised as to what can happen when you take small steps, and also what can happen like when you get accustomed to taking small steps and doing things. If that makes sense. So we're gonna let's take like 3 minutes for this question. Let me just find a song, found one, and let's get to writing. Hopefully that was enough time. If you're watching this on the replay, definitely feel free to hit pause. If you're here with me live, keep on writing as I talk about the second question if you need to. Um, I will say that question for me was a little bit hard. Um, like I think I know, but I had to really think about it for a second. You know what I mean? Like I had to really take a step and like pause and reflect of like what intuitive nudges have I been getting? Also partly because like my dreams are very much influenced by whatever television show I watch that night. So like my dreams are not reliable for like receiving insights, if that makes sense. Um, and I also say that too for you just to think about and like start to become aware of if you do have dreams, like what is happening in the dream and what was the show that you just watched before you went to sleep. Maybe you're like me and like literally the show is your dream. But anyway, if you're struggling with that question too, just know like you're not alone. It took me a moment as well. So give yourself the space that you need to reflect on it. And then on that note, let's move on. Number two, I'm excited about this one. Where in my life am I being called to surrender control and trust the unknown? What fears or doubts come up when I think about following my intuition? I am going to share my answer with this with you guys because it directly relates to an announcement I made. Hello, hello. But for this, we're going to take 3 minutes to answer this question about feeling called to surrender. Hello, hello. All right. Hopefully that was enough time. I feel like I could keep answering that question forever and ever and ever. Um, if you need to keep on writing, please do hit pause if you're watching this on the replay. However, I want to share with you guys my answer because it feels like a big deal to me. Um, and some of you who watch this actually may like impact us. Um, I made an announcement on Instagram, I think last week, that this season I'm not going to be doing any markets. I have decided that I'm going to honor the feeling within me, which is when I think about doing a market, when I think about setting up, when I think about being there all day, I just have like this dread. There's like this dread within me that's like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to use my time in that way. And there's a part of me that's super fearful to stop doing markets because how am I going to pay, like the storage? I have a storage unit. Like that was one of the ways that I made the amount of money that I needed to pay my storage unit. Where am I going to get sales from? I haven't been vocal about my candles and that business really on social media at all. So like, where am I going to find sales? I need to like get vocal, basically. Try to do things differently. And I'm also gonna miss the interactions that I had. Like I would have instances where I would meet people who never were exposed to Reiki before ever, and we would be in person and they'd be looking at me and they're like, "You sure? I don't believe you. This is weird." And then they're like, "All right, I'll try it." And to see the transformation and to see what would happen. And I would only do 5 minute sessions because when I would sell my candles by myself, like 5 minutes was all I could really give without losing out on candle sales. So I'd give them a 5 minute Reiki session. And even in those 5 minutes, they would feel something. And they would look at me afterwards and be like, wow. Or I'd have instances where like someone's crying on the table because they're having such a beautiful emotional release and I get to like give them a hug and those types of interactions I'm definitely going to miss. But yeah, I feel like I'm being called to definitely surrender this aspect of how I was working in my business and try to figure out a different way to do it. The other reality is that my elbow from when I broke it in September is not like it's not strong enough still for me to go ahead and lift like a 25-pound, like a tub of candles. My one tub I'd have it'd be like closer to like 30, 35 pounds with just like one set of my candles in it. So I'm hesitant to like keep impacting my healing by lugging. I have to like put stuff, I take it out of storage, put it on a dolly, put it into the car, put it from the car into the market, and then bring it back to the car. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I'm so scared, but I am surrendering to this feeling. And I just share that with you in case that helps, inspires, or motivates you. And I'm just going to trust that the next thing's going to come, right? Close one door, another one opens. And having that space of not having to work a 9 to 5, prep candles, throughout the week, and then go spend a weekend selling for 8 hours or however many hours, it gives me back a lot of energy and life and like mental capacity. So something else will unfold throughout the rest of it. However, if you were anticipating seeing me at the Heart of Oneness Expo in Edison or any of the other ones that you've seen me at, I will not be there. But you can always order online and you can always book a Reiki session with me. So I'm still here, I'm still available, but I didn't want anybody who is used to seeing me at a market to feel surprised. So that's that. Thanks for letting me share. Thank you all for listening. Let's move on to our next question. I do genuinely hope, like, many times I feel weird sharing because I feel like this isn't about me. Like, I'm here to create a space that's helping you learn about you. And I don't know always if like sharing makes sense, but I do know from my journey that a lot of times for me, I feel motivated or inspired or encouraged because I hear someone's story and I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it too. So I share. in case it does help you. I hope so. Okay, we're moving on. So, next question. What gifts, talents, or parts of my authentic self am I ready to fully embrace and share with the world? How can I let my inner light shine more brightly? We're going to take another 3 minutes for this question because this is a good one. I feel like we should take longer. So write this one down and definitely keep thinking about it after we finish this ritual. Let me start playing a song. Hopefully that was enough time to answer that question. I have to say that question stumped me a little bit. Definitely a little bit. Yeah, so if you feel stumped, I'm right there with you. The one thing I will say that I've been recognizing lately, and that's why I have this part of the Discord group, I am realizing I am really good at being disciplined, and I really enjoy discipline in certain facets of my life. And like, I think of in my head, like, how can I teach somebody to be more disciplined? How can I teach them to stay the course to like get to the goal? And like I think of how long it took me to get to this place where now it's like if you throw something into the mix, like I decided to do a 12-week journey that I'm doing right now. And it's like some of you may know it. It's called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And morning pages. Picked up the book, start doing morning pages, haven't missed a day. Like there's certain things that like I've just built up this tolerance of discipline in some way. And so yeah, if anybody's ever interested in learning more about that, let me know. I will definitely make videos on it because I genuinely keep thinking of this idea of like, how do I teach discipline? And with that too, I just want to note like, I like to do things in my own way. So when I say discipline, I am not doing the same thing at the same time every single day. Like, I still like this idea of freedom and flexibility and not feeling like I'm cornering myself in or like I'm stuck and things are very constrictive and like it has to be this way. I more so am like, okay, like this is what I want to do today. What are the things that need to get done? Morning pages, meditate, eat some food, some form of exercise. What is my day like? How much work do I have to do? How can I fit these things into my schedule in a way that's not going to make me feel overwhelmed or stressed out? So, like, that's how I do discipline. It's not like every day at 7 a.m., I am waking up and I'm doing this at this time. It's like, no, if I want to sleep in a little bit later today, I'll sleep in later, do my morning pages at this time, right? So, it's having this fluidity and flexibility while also still being disciplined and committing to a goal. So, if you're interested in that, you guys let me know. Because I'm truly realizing like that is definitely one of my strengths. Like I get tunnel vision, and when I'm on a mission, like you just can't stop me. Like it's going to get done for sure. But anyway, back to what I was saying before, if you were struggling with that, like that was like the only idea I could come up with when I was answering that question. It's like trying to think of other things, and I'm like, this is the only one that's popping up for me. So if that helps, let's move on. Question number 4. What intentions do I want to plant under this new moon, knowing they may evolve into something unexpected? How can I stay open and patient as these seeds grow? With this question, I just want you to realize like this is really an opportune time for planting seeds and for manifesting. So like don't put constrictions on yourself with this, right? Anything is possible. Anything that you desire is possible. Point blank, period. Nothing else is after that sentence, okay? Anything is possible. So, with that in mind, let's plant some seeds. Let me find us a song and you can start writing. Those nature sounds were a little intense, so sorry about that. Um, from the chat, I'm ready to embrace that truth to how nature can accept our challenges to help us with stability. Wow, there is the challenge. When I'm waiting for seeds to grow, I always tend to go start something else that requires most of my attention. I end up forgetting about it, which then causes me to not recognize what grew. Boom, boom, boom. I'm glad you just had that realization. Um, yeah, I understand that. I understand too, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Splitting our focus, and the what can happen if we don't split our focus. You know what I mean? But I hope you can take some time. This isn't a question for us tonight, but Dr. Lynn, maybe take some time to recognize what did grow. And yeah, I'm totally guilty of that as well. I'm totally guilty of being like, nothing's happened. And then like an outsider might say something to me and be like, Crystal, do you not see that you did it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe if you're open to it, like be the outsider and list all the growth that did happen as you weren't paying attention, you know? Um, yeah, thank you for sharing. I'm glad that was helpful. We're going to move on to our last question, which you guys already know if you've been here before, what it's going to be. We're going to write to the new moon, sharing whatever you're letting go of, seeds you're planting, anything else, any help that you're looking for from the moon, like whatever it is that you're calling for. This one, we're going to do a little bit less time. Just got to find a song. Let's do this one. Hopefully, this is a good one. If you need more time, keep on writing. If not, we are going to move into the Reiki portion of our ritual. And so, in my normal videos. I typically don't ever give you guys my spiel. Also, before I sign off tonight, please remind me to update you about, I guess it's only this, about the moon calendar. I have an update for you, so I'll say it after Reiki. Um, but I normally never give you an update as to what Reiki feels like, what you might be experiencing, why you might be feeling certain things while you watch my videos. So let me give you my spiel for those of you who've heard it before. Thank you for being here, sitting through it. You're welcome to jump if you're watching this on the replay. But Reiki is an energy healing modality where energy is sent via the hands. I'm not the one doing the healing. I'm just channeling this energy through. And the Reiki energy is talking to your soul, and the Reiki is flowing exactly where you need it physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It can help with stuff karmically, it can help with future goals, it can help heal past emotions, past things, it can help with our relationships. I sometimes put Reiki over my food. It's like prayer in a way. I'll put it over my food. I'll put it over medicine. I will send it for a travel day. I will send it for a doctor's appointment, for a surgery, etc. There's so many different ways to use Reiki as a Reiki healer and what it feels like. So, if you are somebody receiving Reiki from a Reiki healer, you may experience tingling, hands, feet, other places in your body. You might experience waves of energy coming over you. You might feel cool sensations. You might feel warm sensations. You may gulp really hard or your stomach might gurgle. Doesn't normally happen for a person who's getting Reiki. It happens a lot of times for the practitioner. However, I've had people who have had that. So I share it just in case. Don't think anything of it. It will pass. It'll be okay. Just don't freak out, basically. Um, you may see shapes, you might see colors, you may have thoughts pop into your mind. You may feel as if you're traveling to different places, like you might like actually feel that way. What else? What else? I think that's mostly it. You're basically going to just feel like a calming sensation come over you that feels very different than meditating and very soothing. After you receive Reiki, you normally sleep really amazing that night. So ideally, hopefully you'll sleep good tonight because it is a new moon. Don't, don't be angry with me if that's not the case. The moon can definitely disrupt our sleep cycles, especially full moons. But I know for me, new moons as well, sometimes will like wake me up. And I think that's mostly my spiel. If there's anything I forgot, feel free to drop a question and I will give you an answer about it. But on that note, you are welcome to receive this healing laying down or staying seated. So I invite you now to get comfortable. If you're somebody who gets cold, definitely get a blanket. Start taking some deep breaths. I'm going to start playing some music. When we're done, you're going to hear the music sign off. I'm going to do this with my hands. I don't think the microphone is capable of catching it. We'll try. And then eventually you will hear my voice, but there's no rush to come back. I actually want you to take it slow and I'm going to talk you back to being in the present moment. Sometimes when we receive Reiki, we feel a little lightheaded after, so don't get up really fast. Like it's about slowing down, chilling out? So on that note, let me play some music, take some deep breaths, and enjoy the Reiki. You can slowly start to come back to this moment, becoming aware of your body, gently wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a stretch. And then, whenever you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes and fully come back to this moment. As a reminder, just be gentle as you might feel a little floaty, but enjoy that Reiki blissed out feeling. It's probably my favorite feeling ever, maybe. I do ask that you drink some water as I sent you healing. It will help flush out whatever else your body's ready to release and let go of. So please just have some water tonight, today, whatever time it is by you. And what I wanted to call out was moon calendar on the 1st, if not tomorrow. I will have a post with March's moon calendar and daily insights. I finished it today, kind of. I still have to like finish it. But I figured out like which are going to be new videos and which are going to be old videos that I created that will help us for the energy of the day. And then I just have to like finish out the two calendars for you. But keep an eye out for that. Um, I'm still really curious if that's helping you, if you guys like that idea of utilizing the energy of the moon and like having videos that can help and meditations that can help with the moon's energy. My thought behind it, which I know I've said it before, it's like helping us to live more aligned with the energy that's here. And this is us just targeting the energy of the moon in itself. Like there's different ways to do this, but for me, this is how I like to do it. So if you feel called to it, I welcome you to it. The calendar will be up, still working on it. There's also a written version of this whole moon ritual on my YouTube channel under community. And I even gave you a link to the blog post that I did on my website. So you can look there as well if you want to see this in written form. And I think that's pretty much all I got. I'm here if you guys have any questions. You are so welcome, Dr. Lynn. Thank you so much for joining. I do want to remind you guys of the Discord group. I will put the link. Let me see if I can. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. So after this is uploaded on my page, it'll be like under the live section. Top link in the description will be the Discord link. I just don't know how to easily find. It takes me a minute to like get the link in Discord. So, all right. Well, if nobody has anything else, I hope you guys have a fabulous new moon. I'm really excited for the new path that is unfolding, the new energy you are stepping into. You know, as much as we do shadow work and we think about the things that we can change within ourselves and like, what do we want to do? I want you to equally celebrate, live, have joy, enjoy the good moments, like live life. Like that's what it's here for. And that's definitely one of my goals for this year. So, if this energy feels like positive and light and good for you, like go all in, enjoy that feeling, embrace it, stay in it as long as you can. Um, and yeah, like we're allowed to be happy and feel happiness and live in happiness. So I hope that's where you are. I will see you all on the next live. Thank you for being here. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them in the comment and I'll talk to you soon.